Sound, what a great sounding room this is. It's awesome. And I guess I've been to the old place before it moved over here and played a show over there, but this is really fantastic that you have this opulent building right here in the middle of Owensboro. And I hope they'll have me back sometime. And if they don't, I'll always remember this. So we're going to do this one more. This is one that I think there's some inside bluegrass kind of people here, I'm sure of it tonight. And so this song might land a little harder than it usually lands to. I don't know, people are sometimes a little stymied by this song, but this is a song with a lot of inside stuff in it. And what happened was, again, going back to when I was 10, same year that I first saw John Hartford play in Richmond, Virginia, and he knocked me out. That same year they had a festival up the road in Culpeper, Virginia. And it was a 3-day event. And if you remember what it was like in 1973, the old timers, the first generation into the second, they were still at it and still firing on all cylinders. And I was a big fan of all these guys, and I was there to see them. I'm talking, of course, about Earl Scruggs and Doc Watson, the Osborne brothers, and Ralph Stanley, and I can't remember, maybe even Bill himself was at this event. But they had 25 acts a day over 3 days, maybe 75 in total. And it was the first time, I was unaware of all these changes that were afoot in bluegrass music. And when Sam Bush walked on the stage with the Newgrass guys, Ebo Walker and the other two guys, Courtney and Curtis, and started playing, I was like, oh, what is this? And what are these shaggy people with their jeans and their attitude and their incredible solos? And then one after another, then Tony Trischka came on with his band, and I got to see Norman Blake, and I got to see John Hartford, and I got to see Jerry Garcia was there. I got to see all these people for the first time, and it really blew my mind. You know how it is when you're young, and it's like, well, there's this old form of music that's really cool, but all of a sudden people not much older than me and looking like this, It was really inviting. And so, anyway, I wrote this tune about it, and it goes just like this. Well, Daddy packed a van full of camping gear. Mama filled the ice chest up with beer, and I rode shotgun all the way up Route 15. It seemed every picker in the USA had landed in a Culpeper field that day. 50 years gone, I'm still grooving on that scene. There was old men doing the buck and wing, young gals skinny dipping in the spring, while singing and the fiddle and the feedback filled the air. While Mom and Daddy were getting fried, I was sitting there with my eyeballs wide, coming straight at me off of the stage. It was like a demon with a hypno ray, stealing my mind away. It was that long-haired bluegrass, letting my young spirit free. In that long-haired bluegrass, every rough and shaggy, but man, it spoke to me. I forgot to mention something. Back at this festival in 1973, there were some people I was to meet later in life. They're in the audience with me. One of them was Missy Raines. Another one was Tim O'Brien. They were there too. Small world. Hey, what does it matter how a fella looks? If the song is true and it's playing cooks, I might have known that, but I was just a stupid kid. Those hippies knew Bob Marley note for note, and they didn't shove religion down your throat. And I was pretty sure they smoked dope like I did. There'd have been police and pepper spray if a few old timers would have had their way. Old Dr. Ralph Stanley looked a little. Yeah, but anyone with ears could not deny. Blake on the guitar, Tony on the five. There was men in the air for sure. It wasn't all peace and make love, not war. No, it was something more. It was that long little Scruggs and his son's Mr. Dave Crispin, and E.M. Monroe is still the king. But now his church has a new wing where an outcast like me